Okay, so this video is a response to some of the comments that Darth Dawkins has made concerning myself, recent comments. In the description area of this video, I will post the link to that video where he made the comments. But to make a long story short, he had made comments about me concerning doxing him. And he said that it was my intent, or my objective, to continue doxing him. First of all, I have no objective or intent to dox him due to the fact that he has already publicly been doxed, even before I ever even became aware of him, before I even knew his name, before I had ever heard about him. He had already been doxed on the internet, which I have the link to. That is also in the description area of this video. It's a link to an external website, and in that link there is a video which reveals more information about that. So that is not on my website. The video itself is not on my website. It is not on my YouTube channel. It is not on my quiz. It is not on any of my internet sites. It is on an external link. He has already been doxed. Now, what is doxing? That's what I'd like to go over right now. What does that mean when we talk about doxing? Okay, so I'm going to give the definition of what I saw when I checked. I actually went to Google and I checked the meaning of that word. I went to actually 4 or 5 different entries, and all of them had a pretty common definition of what doxing is. So I'll read one of them. This is a quote. Doxing is the internet-based practice of researching and publicly broadcasting private or identifying information, especially personally identifying information about an individual or organization. The methods employed to acquire this information include searching publicly available databases and social media websites like Facebook, hacking, and social engineering. It is closely related to internet vigilantism and hacktivism, unquote. So basically, when I looked at different entries, doxing is releasing or giving out or making known private information such as a person's name, phone number, and address. Okay, that would be examples of what you would do if you were actually doxing someone. Okay, but remember, we're talking about Darth Dawkins. So because we're talking about him, we have to redefine that word doxing, because after all, Darth Dawkins is a very special, unique breed of cat. Now, what I'd like to go over a little bit is, what is doxing as far as what Darth, how would he define it? How would he define somebody who is doxing him? Well, it would be what I just said, but there's another example of what would be considered in his mind. This is according to him. What would be considered doxing? If you look at the following clip, which I'm going to put in this video, it will give you an example of, in his mind, what he thinks doxing is. Well, I'll just let you look at the clip, and then I will make further comments. Here it is.
Mine are too small.
I'm back.
Before you're like, oh, hell yeah.
Did you have to let Duncan? Did you have to let Minnie outside?
Brett, could you do me a favor? I would like you to, if it's okay with you, to boot Godless Girl. She is now
Why?
engaging in stalking.
Stop! Because I have to get your dog outside. You said wait 30 seconds.
Godless, you're allowed to stalk me, but
Okay. What she's doing is she is sharing private information that I asked another atheist not to share. It is being repeated over the broadcast with the intent of revealing personal information about me. And excuse me, Brett, would you please remove her from the room?
It's your fucking dogs, Brett. Isn't he being silly right now?
Now, are you being sarcastic, Duncan?
No, I'm 100% serious. What she is doing right now is she is repeating the same type of stalking behavior. She is sharing personal information that was said in a private conversation with another atheist, and it is being repeated with the intent.
Okay, so there you have it. So in his mind, and remember, this is the guy, according to him, that's going to teach you and me about logic, philosophy, and reality. And he says that. You never see his face, but he says he is serious. I mean, in the video that you just listened to, he said he is serious. It was not some kind of a hoax or something that he was exaggerating about or anything like that. According to him, he is serious. He considers releasing someone that would release the name of his dog. That would be what he considers to be doxing. So remember, this is the guy that's going to teach you how reality actually works. I mean, this is scary, okay? Okay, so what I'm going to play now, I'm going to play the comments that he actually made. These are the comments that he was making about me. This is what you're going to listen to right now.
He stated to you, he said, well, Darth Dawkins has been doxxed. Okay? Now, he has had on his show several times a nutbag by the name of Darth Dawkins Exposed. I went on to Smoky Saints Channel once or twice, okay? And I confronted this guy, and he refused to interact with me. He refused to even talk with me. Now, he has posted what he believes is personal identification about me at a number of his sites.
I'm aware of this person. You'll know about this soon.
Okay, his name is Darth Dawkins Exposed, okay? He's another guy who's obsessed with me. He's juxtaposing all sorts of clips out of context in order to show alleged contradictions, right? But this guy has, I mean, he clearly, when you look at this guy's videos, and I'm saying this vis-a-vis Smoky Saint, when you look at this guy's video production, it's clear that he's unhinged. He has the skills of an adolescent, right? Now, he has gone out of his way to take information that he thinks is mine, right? And he's deliberately posting it. From his point of view, he thinks he's perpetuating the doxing of me. Smoky Saint knows this. and he has had him on a number of times praising this guy, a guy who's engaging in what he thinks is doxing. Now, I've never given out my identification. I know there are people who are giving out information they think is mine, but the point I'm trying to make to you is Smokey is saying I'm just such a reprehensible person, where this guy who he's collaborating with and giving him the right hand of fellowship on his show, he knows is...
Okay, as far as Smokey giving me, quote unquote, the right hand of fellowship, I will not speak for Smokey, but I will speak for myself on this. As far as I am concerned, if somebody is telling the truth, whether it be a Jehovah's Witness, agnostic, atheist, cult member, drunk, or whatever the case may be, if I know or have a very good reason to know more than not, if I balance out the pros and cons and I take a look at the situation and make an evaluation and determine what is more likely than what is not. If I can see that an individual is probably correct, most likely correct, agrees with me, or actually is correct, then I will go ahead and I have no hesitation to bring that person into a conversation with me in order to make a point about the truth. Fundamentalist Christians, oh, get ready for this, Darth. If you're sitting down, you'd better have a seatbelt in your chair. Fasten on, put your shoulder strap on. Ready? Fundamentalist Christians do not have a monopoly on truth. And if you don't know that, sorry to break your bubble. Okay, so there is a question that I want to point out. How did I know his name? How did I actually become aware of his name? Okay, the reason why I knew his name, or how I found out his actual name, is because there had already been a video posted on the internet, and I have that external link in the video, in this area of this video, in the description area. I have that. It's an external link, and it will lead you to the website that has this video. And the website is set up from an individual by the name of Sidney Winston. Okay, in that video, he gives out the information about that particular name. And that's how I found out, is because I ran across this video on the internet. Now, I can't remember exactly how I ran across it, whether it was on YouTube, somewhere else, I don't recall. It could have been on Godless Girl's channel, I don't remember. But I ran across it on the internet. That's how I became aware of his name. And this was going back before I even had my YouTube channel in its current form set up. This was already posted to the internet before I even thought about doing a channel or an account having anything to do with Darth Dawkins. Now, I will point out that I think that name is actually his real name. The strongest reason for why I believe that is his actual name is, well, the strongest two reasons. The first reason is because of the video, which I'm going to put the link to in the description area of this video. It will point out to an external link, not on YouTube, but an external link, which explains why, one reason why I think that actually is his real name. The second reason why I think that is his real name is because I know of a second individual on YouTube who says he knows Darth, and he actually lives right down the street from Darth. And I've communicated with this person more than one time, and I have good reason to believe that this person is being honest. So those are the two strongest reasons for why I do believe that that name is the correct name. Okay, also, I had already known of his name. The earliest that I can recall, according to my videos or any information I have posted, I actually knew his real name as early as May of 2019. Okay, now on my website, I have, and at the top of the page on my website, there is a tab and it says Darth Challenges Me. And when you go to that tab and click on it, you will see more information. But on that particular page, I have the email that I sent to Darth, which was in May of 2019. And in the content of that email, I listed his actual name. But remember, this was not something public. It was a private email sent only to him. I did not send it to any other recipient. So this is something which was done only from me as an email sending it to him. So I did not release that information. It was only something that I was giving to him. Now, so that right there shows that I already knew of his name as early as May of last year, which is approximately 14 months ago. So this whole idea of me continuing doxing him, I mean, it's already been done. Other people have already did this, and it's already on the internet. So it is not my objective. I have no interest at all in doxing Darth Dawkins. In fact, if you go to my videos or website or quiz, the only time you will see me use his name is actually only on the videos. When you listen to the videos or see them, you will see in some of my very oldest videos, not recent videos, but oldest videos, you will see me mention the name, which is his first name only. I don't mention his last name, it has probably been months, several months since I did a video where I actually mentioned that name. So it is not my intent or my objective to dox him. And this can be it is what I want to say. I'll use one of his words. It is self-evident. If you look at my website and my quiz and my YouTube channel, it is self-evident that it is not my intention or my objective to do that. So the whole idea of how he thinks, where is he getting this idea from that I am trying to dox him or release information about him? It is beyond me. Okay, now after I sent him both emails, which I never received a reply to either of the two emails, after that, I had posted videos on YouTube, which are still on YouTube, but not on my main channel. They are actually on another channel or another account, I should say. Those in the text area of those videos, there was a point in time where actually I did have his actual name, because I copied and pasted the entire email that I sent. I copied and pasted the contents of that into the text area of both of those emails. So that actual name, his actual name, appeared for a certain amount of time in both of the videos that I did pertaining to the emails that I sent him. But now I have those, since then I've edited that out. So right now when you go to those videos, which I will put the link for in the description area of this video, when you go actually look at that, you will not see his actual name. Okay, now the next claim is that I am posting different clips out of context, quote unquote, out of context. There are two things I could say about that. One of them, I will not. I will wait till the right time. But the other thing I'd like to say as far as it being out of context, if Darth, if you're listening to this, I would be more than happy to hear why you think it's out of context. Anything that I have, why you think it's out of context. But first, you have to explain to me how I lied. Okay, now as far as this next comment that he made, he says that I am, quote unquote, obsessed with him. So evidently he never listened to the video that I've already did about that. Of course, uh, he selectively listens to whatever he I guess can benefit from, or whatever he claims he listened to for his own convenience. But I've already had a video about this on my channel for months. But I will do an update about this because it will relate more to the comment that he made. And I've also had a recent text chat with him, a text message exchange with him, which took place last week concerning me being obsessed with him. So I will do a separate video about that, and that will be posted to YouTube probably tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest. As far as the comments about my website skills, my webmaster skills, well, Darth has said that I have the skills of an adolescent. Well, actually, I appreciate that because I consider my skills to be even less than that of an adolescent. I don't have any webmaster skills at all. So the way I put together my website, and any of my materials, I freely admit it's not very good. So for him to say that I have the skills of an adolescent, thank you. Okay, now one more final thing that I'd like to talk about is Darth, when he was making the comments about me, he stated that I am doxing him, I'm continuing the doxing of him. And he said something to the effect that I think I am using his information. No, that's incorrect. And the reason why that is incorrect is because he himself, not me, he himself has said publicly on both YouTube and in Discord that he does not have content on his YouTube channel, which, by the way, he said he didn't have. When he was asked the exact question was, quote unquote, do you have a YouTube channel? He said no, but he does have a YouTube channel. And he tried to get around that by saying, well, I had a channel, but I didn't have any content on it. But I pointed out to him, and I'm going to do a separate video on that, but I actually communicated with Darth, and I told him, for example, if somebody were to make a video on a YouTube channel, if they had only one video, and they made a video and then went back later to delete that video, that person would still have a YouTube channel. It would not delete the channel. It would only delete the video. So there is a difference between having a YouTube channel versus having content on the channel. The question that was asked to him, it said, quote unquote, do you have a YouTube channel? Now remember, this is a man who is a stickler. Oh yeah, he wants you, if he speaks with you, he wants you to answer the exact question that he asks you. He is going to make sure that you ask the exact question and not give him an answer to a different question that he did not ask you. So he even says himself that he is very careful when he constructs his questions, which, by the way, is already planned out. He's got a script, and he admits to having a script. So he has got that carefully worded to a certain way where he, every time when you listen to him speak, he asks the same question. So this is a person that insists, whenever speaking with an atheist, that the atheist give him the exact answer to the exact question that he asked, yet he did not do that when someone asked him the question about whether or not he had a YouTube channel. The question was not, do you have content on your channel? So I pointed that out to Darth. But as I said, I will do a separate video about that. And I'm sure, by the way, when I pointed that out to him, I know that he did not like that. I know he didn't, which to me, that's fine. If he doesn't like it, well, sorry. I sure am sorry about that. All right, so basically that's all I have to say. And as I said, the links are in the description area, and I will be doing another video shortly, which will be speaking about the recent text message exchange that I had with him. So that will be posted maybe either today or possibly tomorrow. Thank you.